Good morning. Good Monday morning to you. March 20th. And we just got back from Detroit, Michigan. Had a great weekend. Very, very productive. And also want to thank everybody that sent me birthday wishes. I really appreciate that. I don't make a big deal out of it, but it's all good. I do really appreciate it. So, day 24. Oh, something else I want to add to the deal before we get started here. Wanted to congratulate Connor Visger for keeping our string of breakthroughs alive in Detroit. Over the years we've had, it's just been one of those rounds where we've had a lot of breakthroughs. So he made his first night show, shaved several seconds off his qualifying time from first practice session to the second one, made it in. Congratulations to him. That's I know a big milestone for him. So, day 24, turning my book into a journey. I've got a good report this morning. As I'm going through this process, I'm learning every day, and it's just, man, it's, to be honest, it's very interesting. I wake up excited to see what's going to take place today as far as the book goes, because it's just evolving. It seems like it's evolving at a very fast pace. But one of the things I was thinking about last week is I'm trying to put the content in the form of a journey so that somebody can go through. And what I'm doing is I'm getting on here every week and just introducing concepts and content that can be part of that journey. And as I'm going, I'm recalculating and reshifting things around on what, this should go ahead of this should go later, this is what they're going to experience during this part. But as I was doing that, the book is all about being able to create a greater effect with your effort and your energy and your resources and all the stuff that you have to work with. Well, in saying that, I need to have a great effect as I'm going through this process. So, and I believe our perspective plays a big role in that. So I'm like, how can I look at this in a way that it's really going to have a great, great effect on myself? And I was thinking about it in terms of racing last week. How would I approach this if my book was a racing project and I was trying to create the best project that I could possibly create? How would I go about that? If I'm going to relate it to Supercross and do a project, how would I set that up? And I was thinking, I'm like, well, first you would set up a track, you would develop one, you design one. Well, with the book, you get to design the exact one that you want. So I can relate to that. Then once you design it, you could actually, the cool thing is just work every segment over and over again until you perfect it at a high level, and the standard effect for each of those segments is just at a high level. And I'm like, how would I do that with my book? And I'm like, okay, I developed the content. The segments would actually be the chapters, the order, so that they're in a journey format so people can go from A to Z and have a tremendous effect, not only at the end, but through that process. And I'm like, if I create the chapters, then I work those. I need to have a measurable way to make sure that they're having an effect. Not just hope that, hey, I put great content in here, great ideas, great stories, great analogies, and it's going to work. I need feedback. So during this process, I'm going to be I've got a good core group of people that I can send stuff to and get feedback. They're actually going through this process right now on a racing level. So it's a great platform to be able to get really good feedback. But I'm also going to go outside of our sport and get that, because I want it to not only have an effect on people in our sport, but also be able to relate to anybody that's trying to achieve something. If you're going to try to achieve something, having a greater effect with your energy, effort, resources, and things you have to work with can be very powerful. So that's where we're at, day 24. I'll be back in the morning, and I'm going to let you guys know the measurements that I'm setting up, the criteria of where I'm going to test the content, what I want to get from that. I think that's very important. So the encouragement for you guys today is, how are you looking at what you have to work with? And is there a different way that you can look at it that you're excited, that you're like, man, that will create a great effect? That's what I'm doing right now with my book stuff. I'm relating it to stuff that I've already done in my life, and how can I connect those two in the same manner so that I feel that power, that, man, this could be a great effect, and I like the direction this is going. So, man, you guys have a great Monday, and I will see you guys back here in the morning.